Well, as we all know, earthquakes are part of life here in Southern California, but what causes them?
Yeah, next weather meteorologist Danny Ruberti shows us how the earth quakes.
It's the sign of life the earth gives off, the way tectonic plates move. And that's exactly what causes earthquakes. Tectonic plates cover the earth. They're like giant puzzle pieces, and earthquakes happen where these pieces meet. It's called a fault, and how these faults move, it's very important. They can slide past each other, move up or down, or one plate could be forced underneath the other. That's a subduction zone. These can be the most powerful earthquakes on record, like the Japan 2011 earthquake and tsunami. That type of fault movement can't happen here in Socal, but you've probably heard about the most famous fault here, the San Andreas Fault, which is when two plates slide past one another. But California has hundreds of other active fault lines, and they're all still a threat.
The worst thing about California earthquakes is we've put so many people on top of them and built so many buildings before we understood what exactly an earthquake would do. So we have old buildings with problems.
Let's talk about damage to a building. It depends on two big things, the epicenter and the building location. That matters because seismic waves travel at different speeds. It depends on the type of rock. Waves move faster in hard rock, which is what we find in the mountains. They move slower in softer rock, like in the basin and valleys, leading to more intense shaking. That means the shaking would be 5 times stronger in downtown LA compared to the Griffith Observatory. Scientists understand things like this, the intensity, where we get the shaking, but predicting earthquakes, not so much.
All people like patterns, and scientists are people who really like patterns, and we try to find them. But we do realize that we need to use the scientific method to prove whether the pattern is real or not. And everything we've thought of over my career, it's never panned out. And as more we understand about earthquakes, I think it's impossible.
Scientists can't predict earthquakes, but they can do this: detect them, process the information, and send out an alert before the seismic waves get to you. If you're further away from the epicenter, you get a few more seconds to brace before shaking starts, and those few seconds matter. I'm meteorologist Danny Ruberti, CBS LA.
And this is some good advice. FEMA suggests texting rather than calling after an earthquake to keep those phone lines open for emergencies.
Yeah, and Dr. Jones also says we haven't experienced a big earthquake yet, and since we've been relying on the internet, she's concerned about power outages as well and broken lines, reducing our ability to have a reliable connection to the internet. So it's so important to plan this one because, as we know, it's not a matter of if, but when this quake hits, this big one does hit, and got to be prepared.
Yeah, and everyone should have a family plan, because that's one thing I always think about, like a central place to meet, because even texting may not work.
Right.
And you don't want to have like one parent rushing one place and the other parent rushing the other, and then not being able to find
It'll be
one
chaos,
another.
so you want it to be organized chaos.
Yeah,
if possible.
well, hopefully the big one's a long time away.
Yeah, right.
We are Southern California. We are yours.